Your mind is a web of interconnected memories. When we talk about forgetting, we're not actually saying that something has been lost or removed from your brain. In fact, memories usually stay there more or less permanently. The problem is not that it has disappeared or been deleted from your brain, but that you cannot access it. When we talk about forgetting, we're talking about a problem of retrieval. So in order to improve our memory, what we want to do is actually create more connections to something that we're trying to remember. This is why variation is so important. If you just study something in the same way over and over and over again, you're reinforcing one connection, sure, but you're not creating new connections. And ultimately, the strength of the memory is about the number of connections to that memory. Forgetting works on a basic curve where the strength of the ties to the memory decay over time. In fact, it's actually quite predictable. You can see graphs of how this works. Researchers in the early 1900s experimented on themselves to see how quickly they forgot information. And this is what appears over and over, both in mental recall as well as in physical recall or muscle memory, where the strength of the connection decays over time. But the good news is that each time you practice, you end up re-strengthening that connection and it doesn't decay as far the next time. So the most effective practice strategy is actually to study something right as it's starting to decay. This is why there's certain flashcard techniques that we'll cover later on that take advantage of how your brain works. They actually use the science of learning to prompt you or remind you at the exact correct time. Right when you're about to forget something, if you re-strengthen that connection, then you'll remember it well in the future.